What happens when your final breath escapes? Is death an endless void or a doorway to something beyond? For thousands of years, humans have wrestled with this question, crafting myths, philosophies, and spiritual beliefs to make sense of the unknown. Today, we explore one of the deepest answers to this mystery, the Tibetan Buddhist view of death, rebirth, and the possibility of liberation. This isn't just a story about endings. It's a roadmap for the soul's greatest journey. In the icy peaks of the Himalayas, a spiritual tradition emerged that saw death not as an enemy, but as a guide. Tibetan Buddhism, blending ancient Indian wisdom and Bon shamanism, teaches that death is a transitional state, a liminal space where the soul faces its deepest truths. Central to this tradition is the bardo thodol, or liberation through hearing during the intermediate state. Said to be written in the 8th century by the mystic Padmasambhava, this text is no ordinary book. Padmasambhava, called the second Buddha, was a tantric master who tamed demons, spoke to deities, and hid secret teachings termas across Tibet. Legends say he battled Shelging Karpo, a Bon spirit guarding Tibet's mountains. Using a ritual dagger, Padmasambhava transformed this deity into a protector of Buddhism, symbolizing the fusion of Tibet's primal beliefs with Buddhist wisdom. His goal? To light the path through death's maze, offering liberation to those who dare confront their shadows. The Bardo Thodol is often called the Tibetan Book of the Dead, but that's an oversimplification. It's a mirror, reflecting the mind's journey through death's twilight into rebirth. Its vivid imagery of wrathful deities, psychedelic visions, and karmic trials might seem like a nightmare. But beneath the symbols lies a precise psychology. Of consciousness, a guide to navigating the afterlife with courage. This isn't dogma, it's a toolkit for the soul. The journey starts with the Chikai Bardo, the bardo of dying. The physical body unravels, breath slows, senses fade. The material world dissolves, and the mind awakens to a primal stillness Tibetan Buddhists call the ground luminosity, a radiant void alive with transcendent light. This is the clear light of reality, the mind's pure essence. For the prepared, this is the chance to merge with the light and achieve Dharmakaya, ultimate truth. But most flee in fear. Attachment to identity, regrets, or unresolved karma chains the soul, dragging it into the next bardo. As Tibetans say, like a startled horse thrown by its rider, the mind flees from its own brilliance. Ancient Egyptians faced a similar reckoning. In the Hall of Ma'at, the soul's heart was weighed against the feather of truth. A sinful heart meant annihilation by Amit, the crocodile demon. A pure heart ascended to paradise. Like the Chikai Bardo, this was self-judgment, the soul confronting its own deeds. If the soul rejects the clear light, it enters the Chonyid Bardo, a realm of psychic projections. Here the mind becomes a cinema screen, flashing images from lifetimes of karma. Imagine wandering a hall of mirrors where every reflection is a piece of your soul, love, hate, virtue, shame, made real. For 7 days, symbolizing purification, peaceful, deities appear, Buddhas of wisdom, compassion, and light. Avalokiteshvara, the thousand-armed Buddha of mercy, or Amitabha, glowing crimson with unconditional love. But unprepared souls panic, fleeing their radiance. Then the visions twist. Peaceful. Deities become wrathful ones, fanged, fiery figures dancing on corpses. These aren't demons, they're guardians, manifestations of the mind's power to destroy ignorance. The Bardo Thodol urges, do not flee. These terrifying forms are your own thoughts, wearing masks. Strikingly, modern near-death experiences mirror this. Survivors report beings of light, life reviews, and terrifying voids. In 2014, a cardiac arrest patient described floating above his body, guided through a starry tunnel, a scene echoing the Chonyid Bardo. Science blames oxygen deprivation, but Tibetan Buddhists see proof consciousness transcends the brain. The Sidpa Bardo is the bardo of becoming. Here the soul is hurled by a karmic wind toward rebirth. Visions flash of future parents, safe havens, or storms. The soul, desperate for form, clings to these illusions. How karma works, karma isn't fate. It's the ripple effect of choices. Tibetan Buddhism breaks it into three types: Sanchita karma, the sum of past actions; prarabdha karma, the karma shaping this life; agami karma, new karma created now. A parable explains it. Plant a mango seed, Sanchita. Years later, eat the fruit, prarabdha. Plant more seeds, agami, shaping future harvests. In the Sidpa bardo, cravings and habits, Sanchita, steer rebirth. Catholic purgatory purifies souls before heaven. Hinduism's Garuda Purana details karmic, heavens and hells. But Tibetan Buddhism adds a twist. Rebirth isn't dictated by gods. It's the mind's own projections. The Bardo Thodol isn't just about death, it's about life. Its lessons ask, how do we face uncertainty? Can we see daily crises as chances to awaken? The text's revelation, death and life are one. The clarity of the Bardos is here now in every breath. Preparing for the Bardos, Tibetan Buddhists train for death through meditation on impermanence. Phawa, rituals to direct consciousness at death. Tonglen, letting go of ego through compassion. As Lama Yeshe taught, death is like changing clothes. If your robes are tattered, you'll crave new ones. But if you're free, you'll wear any robe with joy. What happens when you die? Maybe the better question is, what happens when you fully live? The Bardos teach death isn't an event, but a process starting long before your last breath. To walk the path of liberation is to erase the line between life and death, to see every moment as a spark of the clear light. The Bardo Thodol invites you to stare into the abyss and find it overflowing with potential. To see, as Rumi wrote, death is a wedding with eternity. To live and die with eyes open, ready to embrace the unknown. So, wanderer of the soul, when your final breath comes, will you meet it as a stranger or as an old friend guiding you home?